The man hasn't even been a Viking for a week yet, but the TJ Hockenson trade is already paying dividends for Minnesota. Think about this. The one constant on this team on offense before yesterday's game against Washington has been what? Justin Jefferson, averaging 108 yards per game. Honorable mention here, Kirk Cousins, who he's having his statistical worst season in purple, but at the same time, he's constantly making clutch plays to give his team the opportunity to win. But that's it. The offensive line is going to ebb and flow, as well as the run game. You take the good with the bad. Adam Thielen, he can make plays still, but asking him to be who he was even 2 years ago as a bona fide second option, it's only hurting the team. He's not that guy. As a third option, he's great. And to the KJ Osborne stands, your boy had 0 catches yesterday. But TJ Hockenson is the difference maker. He changes everything. He is the bridge between Jefferson and Thielen to create balance for Kirk Cousins. And to get traded to a new team, a new system, new head coach, new quarterback, got to scramble to pick up the plays, and in 5 days, go off for 9 catches and 70 yards. And I'd argue that the Vikings could have used him better. I counted 2 inside screen passes that were an absolute waste, but what we saw yesterday, that was just the beginning. He's going to be a problem for opposing defenses, especially on third downs, extending drives, and having a true second option like this in the passing game, that's going to ease the burden when everything outside of Jefferson goes awry. And the scary thing is, there's more to him than what we saw on Sunday. And he's absolutely going to be a core piece of this team the rest of this year, next year, and beyond. 25 years old, Kwesi absolutely crushed it with this trade, which, giving up a second and a future third for Hockenson and 2 fourths, ideally, the picks that we gave up, they're going to be in the back end of those rounds. And if the Lions stay the same that they've always been, big picture, we're not going to be moving that far back for those 2 fourth-round picks. And for tough games such as Buffalo next week, Josh Allen was brutal on the road versus the Jets. He'll be at home versus Minnesota with motivation to bounce back. If the Vikings are going to win tough games like that, TJ Hockenson is going to be a big part of that. Rain RB. We should still laugh and enjoy the utter collapse happening with Green Bay. It's about time they and their fan base get a little humble pie. Yeah, I'm here for it, Rain RB. And the Packers have had the luckiest stretch for any team over any sport ever. 3 decades of consistent Hall of Fame quarterback play, and the arrogance of Packer Nation. Oh, we're the big bad Packers. Oh, the Vikings, you'll never be us. Oh, you signed Zadarius Smith, our sloppy seconds. Ha ha ha, you want to be us so bad. No, we don't. We really don't. Who you think? You think Jordan Love is going to be the guy that continues the magic carpet ride? Aaron Rodgers looks like he's over it. You guys, your franchise is burning to the ground. Sit there and suffer. And I'm going to laugh the whole time it happens. Andrew K. Hate to be the guy to say it. I think Ed Ingram needs to be benched. Week after week, he continues to get abused. Well, Andrew, don't hate to be the guy to say it because everybody's saying it. It's so clear that Ed Ingram on this offensive line, he's the obvious weak link, which is really disappointing because early on in training camp and in the preseason, even the first couple of games of the regular season, I said to myself, man, yo, we really got our right guard of the future, for real? And since that time, he's fallen off so hard to the likes of Drew Samia. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not saying write him off entirely, give him another shot next year in training camp to prove his worth. But for right now this year, if you feel like you're a team that can win it all in 2022, and yes, TJ Hockenson, he's not just a now piece, he's a future piece as well. But that trade also tells me that you feel that you can win it all this year. And if that is the case, you owe it to yourself as an organization to explore all options as far as positions that potentially need to be replaced, and that includes right guard. You have to see what you have in Chris Reed. You have to. Ride the horror guy. Have to give the rookie cornerback Caleb Evans some praise too. He stepped in and played fantastic. You're right. And to be honest, after the bullshit ref interference that led to the Curtis Samuel touchdown, dude, I was so heated for the entire third quarter. Normally, when I watch games, I actively take down notes to get ready for the video to follow. But after that interference, I threw my notepad. I was so pissed off. The game in the third quarter was a blur. But you're right. Caleb Evans had a great day. His biggest play of the game, I would say, in the third quarter, 4th and 1, forcing a turnover on downs, a pass breakup. That man. And you know what? I have always felt this way. I don't know if I've said this on this channel, but I've certainly felt this way, that although Andrew Booth Jr. has the higher ceiling, I think right now Caleb Evans has the higher floor. So big day for him. Super proud. We're back at it tomorrow. We'll see you then.